GTSA. This is the Mayfair Gearbox Bathurst special. I'm just going to quickly go off the air to share all the links on social media, but I'll leave you watching some of the guys out on track. Looks like we're about to start qualifying. 7 minutes. They're just doing their resets quickly. If anyone's watching that feels like joining me on commentary, it'll be great. Trivs or Ravanti, any of you guys. See, we've got 5 people watching. Say hi, let me know who I'm talking to, so I don't just sit here waffling by myself. Tell us how your race went, what pool you're in, where you came, all of those kind of things. And let's watch how the pros do it, because some of these guys were setting unbelievably fast lap times this morning or this afternoon in practice. It's early morning in Bathurst, as we can see. Yeah, I was just trying to get in the 202s, and these guys are doing 2-minute point something. We've got Levi on his outlap. S&P Pro was also flying this afternoon. Branave and Superman, Chris, I think it's Chris's first time or second. I think last race. I think this is his first time in Pool 1, so big shout out to him. Could be second. Same for Soda Bull. Then we've got the regulars, Pace and Hollywood. Kalen Pace, Hollywood. We've got JP from Sam. He's also one of the new guys. Kendall saying I took him out. I hope I didn't. I had a big slide, but I didn't feel any contact. But you can watch my replay later. I did share it. RBS, he's sitting in. RBS managed to stay in Pool 1 last week. We've got Ghost Killer Pace, Signator, and that's the field. I'm not sure who. We've also got Fists racing. Not sure who Rubicon was, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't supposed to be here. Let's see the first times as they come through, everyone on their 1 of 2 flying laps. There's 8 of you special people watching now. Don't forget to drop messages. agree, JP. I saw 2:07 earlier. Apparently, Trivs. Come join me on the chat, man. We can discuss killing people. I don't know what happened in my race. I started on mediums. First lap was fine. Second lap was a 2:04 on the mediums, which was alright for me. And then third lap, the rear end just was sliding all over the place. I have no idea. Didn't do it before, but lap 4, 5, I think I did 2:06, 2:07. Managed to keep it out the walls, and then after that it was fine. Come on, Trivy, can't be busy with graph while you're watching. Okay, so we got Levi there with a 2:06, absolutely flying. S&P 2:01.4. Kalen in with a 2:01.6. 2:01.8. Brunavane. Hollywood 2:02. Manny 2:03. Slotable 2:03.9. A bunch of guys jumping around. I think Pumpkin Patch just sacrificed his qualifying to kick that other person out. Joys have been admin, or Joys have been the host, so always thank you, host. I see Ravanti is joining the party, so this is going to get a lot more lively. Rav, how's it going? Can you hear me? Okay, I can't hear Ravanti. Has joined. We're just going to go check on the front runners. My dog says hello, good evening everyone. I don't know if you can hear it in the background. So we've got Levi currently on pole by 7/10 from S&P. We've got Kalen in third, Ghost Killer fourth, Brunavane in fifth. And we're just going to watch as they come over the line. So we'll go back to the front, right on board with Levi through the last couple of turns. I did notice his tyre wear wasn't the greatest earlier while he was practicing, so even if he is slightly quicker, I'm not sure if that's going to be the case through the whole race. Yeah, I see Kimberley connection causing delays with Ravs.
Hello, Stephen.
G'day. Welcome. How's Kimberley today?
Oh, it's fine. It's actually getting a bit cooler now, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, 2:02.557 by Levi there. S&P 2:02.3 on his second lap, didn't quite improve. Kalen's parked it, so the order's not going to be quite right now, but the Ken dog says even my dog's bark is lagging.
I hope I'm not lagging. I'm currently on rain at the moment because my fiber connection and all that, I've been having problems with the internet, so once again.
Well, I can hear
at the moment
clearly,
I'm on rain
so
5G. I hope so.
I see a bunch of people pitting to put mediums on for the start. We're just waiting. There's only 5 seconds left. We'll give you a grid rundown once everyone's actually on the grid, not coming out the pit lane, but it looks like we have Levi on pole, and then we'll have to see the rest of them.
Yeah, I'm worried about the overtaking in this race.
I must just say, miracles do happen. I managed to survive all 19 laps without hitting the wall or getting a penalty. Looks like.
So I booted up my GT for the first time in a while last night, just while the guys were busy practicing. And yeah, I had plenty of time. I found many of the walls up the mountain. So it's impressive. To anyone who doesn't hit walls or who hasn't hit walls in the other pools, that's already, you can call that an achievement.
There we go. I see they are starting here, but RBS isn't in, so they should theoretically be restarting. I see JP saying it was a very lacquer combo. Pumpkin Patch telling guys to exit. Obviously, unfortunately, when you go to change your tyres, sometimes you get caught out, but there was enough time, so I don't know, maybe RBS just didn't click the tick properly. So we'll have a second go on the start. It looked like it was Levi, S&P, Ghost Killer, and Kalen Pace, or Kalen Pace, Ghost Killer was a grid. I think Triv says he also managed no damage, no penalty, so he deserves a cake. I think we all get some cake for this. So everyone who did finish tonight, we're going to give you a lucky draw, and one of our sponsors was Mayfair Gearbox. If you look at the prize listing for the season, so one of our sponsors, we used the money to buy a wheel, which we'll be sorting out in a few rounds. Then we've got vouchers from one of the other supplier, which we'll be giving away, and Mayfair made life easier and they just sent me the cash. So we can't give away cash, but I'm going to be splitting it up, and we'll be giving away a voucher to one of the lucky people who managed to race tonight. So shout out Mayfair Gearbox.
That's always fun to see.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the sponsors are in Mayfair.
Yeah. We also have Right Recruitment, which is DC Gaming's mom's recruitment agency. They cover the whole country, so if you're looking for a job, get hold of them, or if you're looking to hire, get hold of them. They've got I think it's a 500 Rand voucher, and there might be another one, but we still have to work out what we're doing with that. Then Right Recruitment, Rhino Utilities, I think they're in Sanin. They do solar, all that kind of thing. So if you're in that area or in the general area and need some solar panels, get hold of Rhino Utilities. And while we're still waiting, we also had Ford from Parabora, and they're a Cherry agent as well. So if you're in that funny named place that I misspelled the other day, and you need a Ford or a Cherry, go and chat to EcoBoost. He's not racing with us this season. He's upgraded to PC, former GTSA champion, but he definitely will be. He's still paying a bit of attention to GTSA, and they're kind enough to also sponsor some prizes for the season. So those are the vouchers that are going to first place, second place, third place, and then 1,000 Rand for the person with the most fastest laps in the season. And I think there was a 250 or 500 Rand lucky draw voucher as well.
I see Sticks111 there asking if someone from Mayfair Gearbox is racing this season. We have, I know two, is Dino and DC Gaming.
Yeah, well,
I think they're currently in Pool 3.
Dino's the boss of Mayfair and KZN, I think. I did see him comment just now, the commercial side. And then I don't know if DC is working with them, but he is one of their team members. There's MGR's Mayfair Gearbox Racing. So we've got a couple Mayfair Gearbox cars, but I don't know. Let's see how many in this race. I don't think we have at the moment. Mayfair Gearbox cars, what's happening? Get good. I'm joking. I quite expect to see Dino and DC back here at some point. We managed to sabotage DC by giving him a T300 last year. So he went from controller to wheel, and he's gone from pool 1 to pool 4, which is quite amusing.
That's a skill issue.
Yeah, there's also, I think everyone was... there's a few fast cars back, so he is definitely quick, but even if he was on the controller, I think he'd be in pool 2 or 3 at the moment. These pools are nightmares. I just managed a survival race in pool 2.
I'm impressed with the competition, because I've seen you in pool 1 for one or two of the races, and proud of you, Stephen, for being in some of the pool 1 races.
I had a chance tonight. I was the only guy that did a 2-stop, but unfortunately I came up behind Jan Ali, and he was behind another car that was on mediums, and I still had 3 laps to go before my second stop. So I was trying to get past him, but he was doing the Fernando Alonso defend like a lion, old Jan Ali, and I think he ended up he ended up third, but I don't think he knew that he wasn't racing me. And also, if they're listening, Steele owes me definitely a beer, because he took the win from OJ on the last lap. But when I was behind those 2 cars that were battling and costing me about 3 seconds a lap, because they were running in the 207s for those 3 laps, Steele came up behind me, and I just stayed. I stayed out Steele's way so he could go past Jan Ali, and he ended up taking the win on the last lap. So if I'd defended like a lion, even though I technically wasn't in the same race, I don't think he would have got that. So sorry, OJ. I didn't know it would make a difference. Stain was flying, but unfortunately he managed to hit a wall and get engine damage. So that took him from challenging from the win to the back of the pack before he could pit. He had to do a whole lap.
I must say, like, the heavy damage setting for this race is probably like one of the worst because of that dreadful mountain. There you have to be so very careful about how you take your lines when you accelerate, when you brake, because the car can get very unsettled under braking as well.
I don't know, it was a miracle that I didn't hit anything, because normally I can do this track on a GR3 and just ride within myself and get around in 203, 202s even if I'm lucky. And practicing here I was battling to get out of the 204s and I was crashing every 3 laps. So 19 without hitting anything, I'm going to bed amazed. I don't know what happened there.
Like I said, that's an impressive feat to be able to tackle the mountain and come through unscathed.
I see. Yes, says he wasn't.
I think Trev did the same thing tonight.
Yes, says he wasn't going to back off, but I left the inside open for him. I actually braked about 50 meters early so he could get past. I saw the guys behind me at the start of the race. I was on mediums. I don't know what was happening, but guys were riding behind and. Yeah, Uncle Ken, I think I murdered him apparently. I'm going to check the replay. I didn't feel the touch. I thought he just was behind me and got on the gas too hard and did a turn right after the right-hander into the wall. But if possibly lag, definitely was no contact while I was racing. There was another guy that, your favorite turn 2 on this track. What is the one thing you never do on turn 2?
Any overtaking.
We're side by side with someone, and I actually braked a slight bit early, but because I was on the mediums and I didn't want any issues with anyone, so I braked early. Whoever it was,
like it is possible.
Braked slightly late on the outside, and you know how the camber takes you wide. I just saw the car going off to the left to Narnia somewhere.
Well, it is definitely possible to overtake on that corner, but you're playing with some danger there.
Yeah, the curbs are also on that corner are disastrous.
Oh yeah, so you and you're still gonna have to do a trade there apparently.
Yeah. Okay, so no contact. He just avoided me spinning and hit the wall. But that's what I was saying just now. While we wait for this race that's finally about to start, lap 1 and 2 is fine. On the cold conditions, I wasn't pushing. I was just trying to make it to lap 5, 6 on my mediums before I pitted. And lap 3 and 4, it felt like I was riding on snow with in the rain or snow with cold slicks. So here we go. Levi leading, S&P, Ghost Killer, KLM, Hollywood, Branavane, Manny, your top 7. And we're going to see what happens here. What's your prediction? I'm backing Levi for the win, looking at that qualifying pace. But who's the best?
Yeah,
who's the
Levi
lightest
is
on
definitely
tires here?
consistent. Okay, so I know for sure. Okay, SMP3, he's been improving. I haven't been racing for a good while, so. So what I think it's gonna be down to, honestly, who gets damaged, because if anyone gets damaged, it's gonna put a big dampener in their race. But I think anyone within the top 7 has a chance of winning it, but it depends on how they battle through. Levi's already got a 1 second gap to SMP3 and 1 second to Ghost Killer in 3rd. So it's gonna be close. I would say it's gonna be maybe a battle for 2nd between the 2nd all the way till 7th.
Where's your
Could be
pace loyalties? You should be calling a pace win here. I'm just looking quickly. We've got S&P.
I will always be biased.
We've got S&P and Levi on softs at the front, and then we have Ghost Killer and Kalen on mediums. Hollywood on mediums, so they're not holding each other up at the moment. Branavane mediums, Manny mediums. It looks like everyone except the front 2. Everyone except the front 2 on medium. So the front 2 are going to try run and hide, but they're going to have to defend a bit later on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually lower the quality of the broadcast. The 5G cannot keep up here where I am. So now think I'm roundabout with you. Just now the stream delay. That's all I'm not gonna keep up with.
Yeah. What do you think we should have whoever submits the best crash video on Discord for a prize as well? Maybe we'll just submit your crash videos, and if there's something worthy enough, we might even give you a voucher.
I say do that. Depending on what it is, it could be a whole hullabaloo with no ghosting. Especially on the top of the mountain or on the way down, there can be some serious situations, red flag situations.
Well, I haven't looked at Discord yet, but I'm guessing some of the lower pools could have had some big crashes there.
Guys who pick the BMW, very brave. I've seen a very good few pick the BMW. The AMG is definitely the one to go with. Yeah, it seems to be the most stable down the mountain.
I'm a little bit upset with the BOP changes lately because now everyone's using the Merc. I was enjoying the Merc in manufacturers and no one else was picking it, so I got some decent credits even though my DR is low, so I get like no points when I race. Get a win the race and you get like 70 points or something. But if you only have 100 people using it, then the prize money was still good. So now this next manufacturer season I'm going to have to pick something else because everyone's driving Merc these days.
Yeah. Something that also came through, okay, well, not in this specific race, but what I'm not seeing is a lot of Porsches, the 911. That is usually a very good balance all round.
Yeah.
But I think yeah, on top of the mountain going down would be a bit treacherous with that rear drive.
Well, I was chatting to Steele earlier and he was keen on it and said he was fast in it, but his issue was that to do the 10 laps on the fuel tank was a bit of a problem in the Porsche. I think the BMW had the best fuel mileage, but it tried to kill you on every corner, so that's why I didn't pick that. Just to run through, we still got the same top 5. Fluffy says the BM was nice. It was nice, but it killed you in a corner. That's
yeah, the update killed the Porsche.
We have some battling going on here. Manny Brunavane and RBS Racing. Okay, so it was the BOP change that killed it. There's a bit of moving around there with the 3 cars close together, but Manny's got past Brunavane and looks like RBS is going past as well. Or actually they're side by side, so you want to be Brunavane here because, like I was saying earlier, you don't want to be on the outside of this turn. If anyone's ever on your inside, just rather back off and let them overshoot. And you see RBS does the right thing.
And I see Manny, I think.
Oh, and Brunavane.
I think Manny was also being clever.
Oof. That's pretty much what happened to me.
The second corner now.
And then that big slide is what happened to me, and then Ken had a heart attack and did a George Russell straight into the wall.
Sure. Yeah, no, that was treacherous. That's like hard stopping kind of cornering there. Try to take it on the outside of that corner. I saw Manny try to do a sort of assistance to RBS by giving him the slipstream. But yeah, that's either way, or even any overtake on the outside on turn 2 is a bit dodgy. I'm
surprised Stignator 206 because when we were practicing earlier, he was also doing 204s on mediums. We've got Sam.
It's probably just settling into that race mode.
We've got Sam in 12th, Pumpkin Patch 13th, Chris 14th, so you don't want to be in 15th, which we don't have, 14th, 13th or 12th, because then you're going to get dropped back to pool 2. So for all the people watching that aren't used to this, those current last 3 places, those are the guys dropping. So if your favourite's in there, I saw some support for Chris earlier, shout harder. But they're not far off. I think Chris has had an incident somewhere, I think maybe on the first lap, because he had a very long first lap. He must have had damage. He is on the racing softs now though, so he's probably going to do a 2-stopper on softs, just with that.
Yeah, and that heavy damage is really, it's like a game changer.
Yeah.
So with anyone who gets a little bit of a scrape on the wall and stuff, right, even just bumper damage or one of the wheels damaged, it's gonna be a dampener the entire race until you get it fixed.
Or when I was practicing, if you like nudged a corner and you had right front corner damage, going past that little supercharged bridge, end of sector 1, you normally were about 235 on the Merc. And with damage it was like 225, or if it was worse damage obviously more, but just like a small nudge and you're losing 8-10 k's an hour down that straight and about 15 down the main straight, or the back straight, sorry. We're just watching this battle here with Fis and Soda Bull.
Yeah, I think when I saw okay, I know my
I love this section of the track going over the top of, I think what they call it, Murray Park, something like that. I actually can't remember, I must relearn my corner names, but I know the cuttings, I know Forest Salva because that's where all the time is. Here they go down through the S's. Let's keep going through the pack. RBS is in 10th, so I'm not sure what happened to him. He did a 2:15 last time around, so he lost 10 seconds somewhere. He must have run off. He's got right front damage, so he possibly had a small impact with the wall somewhere. Stignator also still not too much pace, but he's in there still. He's now in 12th place. JP's got past him. We've got someone shouting for Chris there. Levi's now 4.9 seconds in the lead. I see he just did a 2:01.1, fastest lap of the race. Previous lap was a 2:01.6, 2:01.3, so he's flying at the front in these softs. But if you look at his tyre wear, and then I'm going to go down through the field, you can see S&P is a little bit better, and then obviously Ghost Killer and Kalen, they're on the medium, so they're going to not struggle as much. Already on lap 4, but keep eye on Levi, because earlier I did see him start around this time. Once the backs start sliding is when he started to come back to the pack a little bit. The most treacherous thing is when that back right we got someone flashing Chris in the comments. You don't want your back wheel sliding, getting the back end out like I was. S&P's now only 3 seconds ahead of Ghost Killer. He was in the 2:02s, running around about a second a lap off Levi. Similar sort of times from Ghost Killer. Kalen's 2 seconds behind him, also in the 2:02s now. He was in the 2:03s early on, possibly just taking it cautiously with the mediums to start with. Same with Hollywood, 2:04s early on, now he's into the 2:03s. Manny 2:04s. Branavane 2:05.7.4, so he's been in some battles. Fis is in 8th, Sodabull 9th. RBS we said was in 10th now. Stignator's back ahead of Sam, JP. Sam's one of the new teams that members have joined us. I think Chris, Sam, JP and Sodabull I think are all from Sam, and there's a couple other guys in pool 2 from them, so not shout out to the Sam guys for joining and representing well.
Yeah, I think most of the guys opted in for start on the mediums, which is interesting. Again, I don't know the strategies. I've been off the game for quite a bit, but it looks like Liv's gonna maybe do a 2-stopper in my opinion, seeing as he did start on the softs.
Well, it's
but we'll see, because he is pushing at the moment.
Yeah, it's 19 laps, so most of the guys in practice were doing 9 and 10. 9 soft. The softs were pretty tired by lap 7, 8 already, but just to make the one stopper, they're doing 9 laps soft, 10 laps medium. I think I tried the 2-stop and it didn't really work. Chris is going to obviously have to 2-stop because he pitted on lap 1. So he's definitely has to stop again. He's flying now on the soft tires, 2:02s, 2:03s. He's within 11 seconds of Punk and Patch now. The only thing is they both have to pit again. I think looking at Punkin on the mediums, he's got a lot of fuel, his tires are good, so he'll probably also do, most of them will do a 1-stop. The 2-stop, the reason I picked the 2-stop is I thought I'd bump a wall, so instead of carrying damage for 10 laps I'd only carry it for 6 and then I could get rid of it.
Yeah, and I don't know what's the stop time in the pits with this race.
Probably about 30 seconds. The refueling's not very quick.
Oh, and Trev says he did 10 softs and 9 mediums.
Yeah, Trev's killing it, man.
I see. Okay, that also throws a big spanner in the strategies. Yeah, that's impressive. Like doing 10 laps. So maybe Lev gonna go for the 10 soft, 10 soft 9 medium. We'll see. He's gonna be slowing down the later stages, and that could give Kaylen the opportunity to try and catch up. But we'll see. And it's MP3. I forgot. Like he's doing extremely well, honestly.
We know Levi's quick generally, but looking at his times, he's as the fuel's dropping, his tyres are dying, but his pace isn't dropping off. If you look at his back right tyre, it's in that skiddy, slidey area, so it's where you want to just be a little bit careful so you don't clip a wall. I think that was actually... Oh, and as we say, I'll say that, just have a watch what happens now. It's getting all out of shape.
Oof. It's honestly like amazing driving by Levertiers there. I mean, 201's consistently with the tires dying out, and yeah, fuel does make the car a bit lighter, but I think
we
the
can
fuel
see even
entire way that should be slowing down. But
SMP's best lap last time around was also last time around, only about 7 tenths now, 6 tenths off Levi. Now, if you're not doing a one stopper, the medium guys, if you look, Ghost Killer's tyres are still fairly good. He's got quite a bit of fuel. Kaylen's right with him now, a little bit more fuel. If we look at Levi and SMP, they've got less fuel. So you could the guys behind Kaylen and Ghost Killer, they can possibly pit a little bit earlier, maybe at the end of lap 7 or 8 instead of 9, and run 11, 12 laps on the softs. If you're really good at time management, that is. Because then you'll get that extra second.
I think with this track,
Levi goes through, so he's starting another. Let's see what he does this time around. 201. Still, yep, 2016. So he went 2013, 2016, 2011, 2012, 2014, 2016. So half a second between every lap so far. S&P still in the low 202s. But we can see Ghost Killer 2036, Kaylen 2030. Kaylen closing in now. Let's go back. Supermanny 204 that time around. He's been in the 203s for a while though. He's got a nice gap, 8 seconds ahead, 8 seconds behind. That's where you just want to focus and not make any mistakes. Brandeveen, it looks like, just made a big mistake coming through the last turn. I see he's just getting going again. I think he had one of those issues where you hit the curb and get sideways. He's got a little bit of front damage, so he might have bumped it into the wall, but he lost 12 seconds on that lap. Plus he would have lost a bit.
That's a terrible one.
So Manny, who was 8
and
seconds ahead.
And it's off the pits as well.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not too bad. It'll probably cost him a second or two on this lap, and then he will probably pit on the next one. Possibly.
Yeah, because the one thing I did see in the practice run that I was busy watching of the pace guys, just with front bumper damage, right? I think it was still had front bumper damage, and he was slipstreaming Kin on the back straight, and I think he got up to about 260, 270. And yeah, they both actually had damage, but Trev was not far behind, and Trev being out of the slipstream got about to 278, and still in the slipstream got about to 276.
Yeah.
So it's actually quite a big difference on that straight. That's going to be probably going to give RBS opportunity for an overtake here on the back straight.
Hollywood, something happened to him on the last lap. Fluffy's just asking about. He just hit a little bit wide coming over the top of Skylines and got sideways. Little nudge, I don't know if it was before or after, from Stignator. No damage for Alan. Some damage for Hollywood. He's currently 10th. Pumpkin Patches behind him. They've then got Soda Ball, JP and Chris. I think Chris looks like he possibly pitted the last lap, or maybe he just got a penalty at a slow lap there, 2:17, just after I said he was doing 2:02s. His tyres on use, so I think he might have pitted. He's doing a 3-stop. He's going to have to go very far, 12 laps on the softs here. And he only did 6 the first time around. So maybe he's doing my 2-stop strategy just with the lap.
Yeah, and getting damage on this track on its own, it's a long lap in terms of like Group 3. 2 minutes on driving with damage is gonna throw a big spanner in the works. So, and plus having to repair the damage in the pits, it's quite detrimental. So you want to try and avoid the damage where possible. It's not always just possible, but
we're riding on
yeah,
board
you have
with
to give up
Levi
a little bit of pace there.
Watch Levi coming down through the cutting through the S's.
Oh, as I saw him going down the mountain, yeah, as we're seeing it here now on stream. Yeah, it was so close. It looked like he could have even got, I don't know if that was now lag a little bit, but almost knocked into the wall there. His front right, left, oh my word, rear right tire is looking shot though.
Yeah, and he's got no fuel, so he'll definitely be coming in now.
I even lost my sense of direction this month.
He was back in a 2:02 last time around. This lap I think he's lost a bit more time than that, but he's into the pits. S&P, he's going to have to pit as well with the fuel. So his tyres weren't as bad, but he's also going in. So now it's the time for the medium runners to... Are they going to go in? Nope, they're both going through. They're going to do another lap.
Yeah, this is where the game can totally change, because now they're gonna have fresher tires. They won't have a full tank, I think, or at least they'll have a little bit less fuel. So the car will be a little bit lighter, maybe causing them to manage tires a little bit better.
Oh, we're gonna have
so much in play here.
Ghost Killer, Kalen is faster than you. Team messages here, or it looks like Kalen's going past and Ghost Killer's not going to try fight him. Just leaves the door open.
Yeah, you don't want to see a repeat of Hamilton Rosberg there. Just came into my head either way. But yeah, unfortunately they're not like trying to battle for egos, the two of them.
Yeah, so Hollywood's into the pits. Fuss and Brunavane all pitting now. Brunavane with the most fuel, 11%, 7 for Fuss and 4 for Hollywood. Hollywood's also in the BMW. That car felt great. The fuel, I could do an extra lap without fuel saving, but it killed me. Just randomly snapped to the side and I couldn't save it. With the Merc I could. Kalen's now already pulled a second on Ghost Killer. Manny is making it a pace 1-3 currently, but obviously they're still going to be pitting. I see we've got a message here. Chris has a plan, so he's got Ferrari strategists in his corner there. Plan B, plan F, H. Ghost Killer sitting on Kalen's slipstream, getting towed along. Super Manny dropping off a bit. Levi, we've got some Red Bull Abu Dhabi tactics here. Super Manny can hold up Levi, so the two guys in front can get through. I don't know if he's going to.
I was wondering about that, because now Levy's going to have a much better traction.
He didn't have a chance. Not that he would. He's a very clean driver, but he's got damage and he's running out of petrol here. So the front two go in. That didn't really cost Levi anything. If anything, it might have given him a bit of slipstream extra down the straight. S&P was 8.1 behind. Levi is now about 8.4. We'll see where these guys come out. They should be behind. We'll go through the rest of the field after checking what the...
Oh, and Superman actually ran out of fuel just before the pits.
Yeah, see, he's on 0%. But he was on 0. Ghost Killer and Kalen were a little bit more fuel left. So the top two that were there, Levi's opened up another 3/10 on S&P, but Kalen comes out. It's only 4 seconds at the moment. Obviously that will grow a little bit down the straight, but it will be under 5, and then he has 9 laps basically on soft tyres to catch up and fight for second. I think the fight for the lead's a little bit far ahead, but we should have a good battle for second coming here. we'll keep an eye on that. We're going to go through. Punkin still hasn't pitted. He's on his 11th lap on the mediums. I think he's going to have to pit this lap because his fuel's flashing, but tongue twister there, 11 lap stint's great. So he's going to have nice fresh softs to try and hunt some places down after he pits. Superman is currently down in 6th, which is a realistic 5th. Chris also will probably need to pit again. He's in 7th at the moment, but he did... When last did he pit? I think lap 7 or 8, I think he pitted. So he's only got a third of the tank left, so I doubt he'll be able to get to the end on that. Branavane 8th place currently, RBS 9th with a 3-second penalty. Must have exited the pits incorrectly. That little jink as you come out was terrible. Stignator's now in 10th. He's 2.7 ahead of Fuss, who's 10 seconds ahead of Hollywood, then Soda, then JP. But I think Hollywood's fans can hold their breath there because Chris still has to pit again. The Cav guys were flying, but I think that BMW car choice is a bit of murder. The Merc was slightly slow, but I think a little bit easier to drive. We've got Fuss also in BM.
Especially on the mountain here.
Who else is? So we didn't actually look, but we've got Levi in the Merc, top 3, 4. Branovan's the first BMW, then Fuss and Hollywood. Soda's also in a BMW. So we've got 4 BMWs and 10 Mercedes in the field. Pumpkin Patch goes in from 5th place. Let's see where he comes out. He was battling with that 9th, 10th, 11th battle. If you look on the track map, there's about 4 or 5 cars coming into the last turn at the moment. So it will be interesting to see where he comes out. Might have been undercut by 1 or 2 of them. Okay, so he's going to, I think, come out here. Yeah, a couple of them. He might just stay ahead of RBS, who had the penalty.
Oh, my stream can't even run at 360p now.
That's fine. You don't have to see it. You can just talk. So Pumpkin's in 10th place, but he's got slightly fresher tyres.
That's something I can do. So yeah, I did apply for new fiber, so hopefully that for the next race, depending on when it is, it could be next week, Wednesday or Thursday. If it's Thursday, I'm most likely still won't race because I'm usually like with family to like that. But if it is on Wednesday, then I think I'll be able to make the race on Thursday. Yeah. Start climbing my way back.
There we go. So just a quick recap: we got Levi leading by 8.3. S&P second, gap to Kalen's down to 2.3 now. It was 4.5 seconds, so let's see what his first proper flying lap on mediums is. It's a 204.2, and Kalen 203.1, but that was an out lap. He was probably a bit quicker than that still. Ghost Killer's still sitting there in Kalen's slipstream, less than a second behind. Superman 24 seconds. I see Rove's left the party chat. His internet's failed possibly. Chris currently 6 now, 46 seconds behind, so he's going to have to probably put in a lap or 2 laps time for the last little 6 lap stint at the end. That's 30 seconds, so that would put him around 12th, 13th. So let's see how that works out. Branavane's 2.4 ahead of Stignator, who's 1.9 ahead of Fuss, who's 1.1 ahead of Pumpkin Patch, has RBS right behind him after his 3-second penalty. And then Hollywood's closing. He's down to within 7.9 of that pack ahead of him. Did a 3.5 last time around, half a second quicker. I don't know if we're going to get Raventy back, so we're just going to have to put up with me for now. Gareth Bailey, how's it going? I hope you're well. Ruan's asking how's my race. I was in pool 2 and I came 6th, so not too shabby. I thought I was going to get knocked out fighting for survival. We've got Rav joining the party again. His Kimberley internet is possibly working. In the background here we've got RBS all over the back of Pumpkin Patch. You just need to be a bit patient and try and stay within about 2 tenths before you get to the back straight here to slipstream past. There are a couple of places where you can get past here, but it's very risky, especially with heavy damage. I see Mr. Mayfair Gearbox saying he qualified at 11th, I think, and finished 4th, so great job there. It means I think I'll see him you'll be in pool 2 next week. Subject to penalties and anything. Pumpkin goes a little bit deep and that lets RBS side by side with them. It's saying I can't voice chat with Ravanti due to network error. Sorry, Rav. If anyone else can hear me there, just let me know. Make sure I'm not having network error and it is Ravanti's error. Yep, D, you and me. You're going to come and knock me out of pool 2. Rav's left the chat again. We've got a nice little battle here. Pumpkin Patch RBS. We're going to sit with RBS. Yeah. Ken, I think the signal at the bottom of that hole might be better. It works like a satellite dish. That's fine. We've got 5 laps left. I'll stick in here. So Chris is pitting for his last stop. That lap 1 incident obviously cost him a little bit. Next week is I think it's Catalonia, but the car and settings are late reveal. Chris comes out in 12th place now. So Kalen has been passed by Ghost Killer. He must have made a mistake there. I see he did 204.8 last time around. Maybe just ran a bit wide or something. To answer Uncle Ken Dog's question, where's Kalen? Ghost Killer is running some good pace here. He also didn't have the greatest lap last time, 203.5. I'm sure these guys on soft should be in the 202s, both of them very quick drivers. I think maybe Kalen was trying to pass S&P because he's only 2.5 seconds ahead. Maybe he got too excited chasing him. We'll find out later. Levi's got this one in the bag. He's running 202.5 on mediums. So I think we actually just need to get the technical delegation to inspect the car. Even though it's a digital car, there must be something funny there. Maybe he's missing half the track. No, RBS is not RBS Yamaha in Durban. That's one of our other drivers. I think he's based in Gauteng. RBS flying along untroubled at the front here. Ghost Killer closing in on S&P in second. Kalen closing back up on Ghost Killer in fourth. So second, third, fourth battle still should get quite interesting. Super Manny 20 seconds behind them with a 20-second lead over the cars ahead. So Manny can just chill out there though. Brunavain's now got 4 seconds over Stignator. He's busy in a battle as we speak, drag racing Fist down the front straight. Fist, we don't want to see what happened. He tried riding on the outside and managed to do a bit of wall riding, it almost looked like there. They've got RBS now right behind them. There's a little bit of lag on my screen. I don't know if I'm seeing lag or they're actually seeing it as well with the car so close in GT servers. Again, RBS and Fist just need to be patient here. You want to position yourself right on the bump of the car ahead and wait for this back straight. Just watching this little battle here at the moment. Alan doing a good job of defending. What you need to do if you're in the car ahead is not what Alan just did. It looked like he got sideways going through the cuttings there and both of them got past him. Fortunately no damage, so he should be good to go. he's actually in a good position now to get some good drive out of here and maybe fight his way back. So RBS is catching first, Alan's catching RBS on the slipstream. What's going to happen? Let's ride on board. We've got another shout out for Chris there. RBS looking on the outside of Fuss, Alan looking to cut back. No way through with 2 cars ahead, the front two still side by side, or RBS gets it sideways, manages to save it, but he's going to have lost the place there to Pumpkin Patch. That's again another reason why you watch out on the outside of the track. Hollywood's only 5 seconds behind him, flying along. Chris is 10 seconds behind Hollywood. 2:03.4 was last time around, so good pace on the softs, but I think with 4 laps to go he's a bit far back. Soda Bull's 8 seconds behind him, and then JP 43 seconds back. I think he must have had an issue with a wall somewhere at some point. He's pitted again recently as well. Right on board with in front of Levi, you can just see that back straight there's 12 seconds of open road, but here with Ghost Killer pace right behind S&P and Kalen right behind him. So do we see any moves into the back corner? 3 and a bit laps to go, not quite close enough, so Ghost Killer pulls in line. I believe that battle 7th to 10th is quite tight as well. It's not quite as close at the moment. There are 4 cars close by there, but I'm going to ride with 2nd, 3rd and 4th. So Ghost Killer I think looked like he's going a little bit deep there into the last turn. We've got Kalen and Ghost Killer. They're catching S&P, and S&P is catching JP to lap him, so he's going to be right in the way. Let's see if he... A good idea would be to just move right off the racing line and let the 3 of them go past, but it's not too experienced with us, so maybe we'll see what happens. It's not that... Great job there by JP, doing exactly what I said. Lets the 3 of them pass. Big shout out to him. Perfect example of what you should do to all the drivers watching in the lower pools. S&P made it through quite nicely there. Ghost Killer still under threat from Kalen. The soft boys' rears are starting to go a little bit there. I think the balances, the medium guys have a bit more tire now, so they're all medium and soft, running 203s in this group. So the Ghost Killer and Kalen actually need to get past him pretty soon, otherwise they're going to start dropping back. Levi is still running 202s, ridiculous pace on mediums. He's got 13 seconds with just over 2 laps to go. Ghost Killer still ahead of Kalen. No change there. We're going to quickly go a little bit further back. Manny's got a little track to himself. Bronavain's got 8 seconds on Stignator, but Stignator has first RBS and I think now possibly even Pumpkin Patch, the 4 of them in a train. I don't think Hollywood's only 4 seconds behind catching. So we've got a 4-way battle for 7th place and a 3-way battle for 2nd. Just watch these guys down the back straight, and then we'll jump. The other guys are actually going down the front straight. Any changes there? Nope, it's all the same. So first looking on the outside of Stignator here. Does he make it? Does he go deep? Yes, he runs a bit deep and he cuts across the front of RBS and drops to the back of that queue there. So again, attacking on the outside here is never a good idea. Stignator doing a great job of defending, just parking it on the inside and making them try to take the long way around. Here we have, who's that? Pumpkin Patch was the head of RBS. up into 8th. He's got a little bit more tyres. Brunavain's tyres in 6th place look a bit cooked, but he's got a nice gap. Stignator's tyres are pretty worn. We did see Punk and Patch pit on a lap later, or 2 laps later than the rest, so he should have some good pace now. RBS in 9th, 1st and 10th. That battle changes all the time. Hollywood's now only 3.9 behind him, 7.2 ahead of Chris, who's flying along on his fresh softs. It's taken 3 seconds back, but I think he's going to run out of time. Soda and Sam, JP Sam. Let's look at the battle for second. Kalen's gone off at some point because he's now 14 seconds behind. Got front and rear damage, but he does have 10 seconds on Supermanny with a lap to go. So if you're Kalen, you don't get engine damage, you just want to make it back. Apologies for missing that. We're going to have to find out from him later what happened. Battle for seconds on between S&P and Ghost Killer though. So if you're S&P, you just want to sit on the inside on this turn. Yeah, Dean saying a solid drive from Donnie. I think Donnie's always solid. A good strategy. Managed to fight there in the middle of that big battle. These two are so close here. It's the last lap. Can Ghost Killer get past S&P? Ghost Killer's looking every direction. I think he's going left, right, underneath, on top. Which way can he go through? Kalen should be able to, still 7 ahead of Manny, should be able to hold him off. Stignator's got 2 seconds on RBS. I think, where's Punk and Patch died somewhere along the line on that lap, down to 12th. It's unfortunate because he is battling in 12th, the relegation spot. Chris's fan club, he's got 2.5 seconds and he needs to stay ahead this lap to stay in pool 1. I'm going to go back to Ghost Killer. Final chance down the back straight. It's 4 tenths behind. It's a little bit far back, but he has got a good exit. I think he wanted to be about 3 tenths. It's very unfortunate for Punk, and we're just saying he's solid and cursed him. Does Ghost Killer get it? You're going for the outside here. If you have a chance, he looks for it. Does he get through? Get it stopped. Park it on the inside of the next corner. S&P's doing the cutback. Apologies, S&P manages to get back. Levi takes the win. We just watched these two through the last turn. Great effort by both of them. Well done. Great defense by S&P for second there. Oh shit, and I say that and he runs out of petrol. Ghost Killer gets second, S&P third after such a brilliant drive. Kalen also running low on fuel, but he should be fine. Going to just skip quickly to the battle. RBS has got ahead of Stignator. I wonder what happened because Fuss also dropped quite far back off this group. Hollywood's closing in 10th. Punk and Patch has a set 1.6. Sorry, no, Punk and Patch something's. I think he's had another accident somewhere because he's now 18 seconds behind Chris. So Supermanny takes 5th, Brunavain 6th. Looks like RBS is going to recover after a few issues to 7th. Stignator takes 8th place. This is just going to hold off Hollywood. Hollywood with no petrol and no tyres left. Look at Hollywood's tyres. Manages to hold off Chris. Hollywood was running on slicks on both fronts. Not sure. And I think the lobby wasn't set for long enough at the end there, but the top 11 had gone through. So shout out to everyone who raced. We have Levi in first, SMP3 Pro second. It shows second there, but that's because Ghost Killer disconnected. Ghost Killer was second. Everyone will be one place back. KLM Pace third, actually fourth. Manny fifth. Branivane 6th, RBS 7th, Stignator 8th, this 9th, Hollywood 10th, Chris 11th, Pumpkin Patch would have been 12th, Sam 13th, Sam JP 14th, and Ghost Killer Place shows his 14th there, but he did cross the line and then disconnected, so we know that he did come second. Shout out to everyone watching. It's been a pleasure annoying and talking to you. Thanks to Ravanti for joining me, and big shout out to all our sponsors, Track Art and TGN. I didn't mention earlier, they just sponsored us for so long that we forget about them sometimes, but go check out the new race room in Cape Town. They've got the facility in Joburg, and then shout out to Ford and Cherry Paddleboarder, Rhino Utilities, Mayfair Gearbox, and who's the missing one? Right Recruitment, DC Gaming and the guys. So thanks everyone, hope you had fun. We'll see you next week. And Slayer, yeah, Trivi and the Slayer guys, they've had a lucky draw for something the other day. Go buy your Slayer pace cars, track the pace cars, you'll get a discount from them. Thanks everyone.